Also at 5, 2 local school districts have now joined hundreds of others around the country. They are filing lawsuits against the major social media platforms, saying that they have a role in the mental health crisis among children throughout the country. The Duval and Putnam County school districts, they've filed federal suits against the owners of Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snap, and YouTube, accusing them of exploiting the developing minds of children.
Tarek Miner joining us now with more on this lawsuit and a breakdown of the impact of social media on kids and teens. Tarek?
You know, this lawsuit comes as the American Psychological Association is calling on all social media platforms to take responsibility in protecting youth online. The health and safety of more than 130,000 Duval and Putnam County students is being put at risk by social media sites, according to a team of lawyers who filed these two 100-page lawsuits in federal court. Both school districts alleging that social media companies are targeting children, realizing that if they can hook them at a young age with their algorithms, then they'll have them on their platforms for life. Lawyers say their research shows that social media websites exploit the same neural circuitry as gambling or recreational drugs, saying the defendants intentionally designed, built, and marketed their social media platforms to target children. It's something licensed clinical social worker and owner of River Shores Counseling, Lori Goodman, says she's seen firsthand.
Well, it's been shown to lead to depression and anxiety, increased levels. In some situations, suicide attempts, dropping out of school. I mean, it's not common, but it has been reported. And it can definitely lead to a lot of mental health issues, doing worse in school.
Goodman says she agrees with researchers cited in the lawsuit that argue the human brain isn't fully developed until 25 years old. So having a major influencer like social media be a big part of that brain development is detrimental to a child's critical thinking. The lawyers cited a Surgeon General's advisory from last year that says adolescents who spend more than 3 hours per day on social media face double the risk of experiencing poor mental health outcomes. 1/3 or more of girls aged 11 through 15 say they feel addicted to certain social media platforms, and over half of teenagers report that it would be hard to give up social media. Local attorneys say Florida school boards have experienced an increasing prevalence and severity of anxiety, depression, self-harm, and aggressive behavior. Goodman says social media also creates what appears to be the acceptable standard that's even harder to obtain for young girls.
Especially for young girls with body image. Studies have shown that especially for young girls that their self-esteem can plummet when using social media because there's so much comparison to other girls. And a lot of times those girls are using filters. So it's not even a real image that they're seeing.
I spoke with one of the lawyers who prepared the lawsuit who says they are seeking an injunction against these social media platforms from continuing their algorithms that they use to hook the kids into what they call a spiral. The lawyers also represent 15 other school districts, including the city of Baltimore and Chicago, in similar lawsuits against social media companies. For their part, the American Psychological Association calls on the social media platforms to make changes, saying steps like age restrictions and parental controls are not enough. You'll find a link to their 10-point recommendations inside the story on news4jax.com. Ken?